If you hear the walls talking, never answer back. That was the last thing old Mrs. Langley told me before I moved into the house on Greystone Hill. At the time, I laughed it off. But now, I realize she wasn't crazy. She was warning me. When I first saw the house, it seemed perfect. An old Victorian structure with ivy crawling up the brick, tall bay windows and creaky wooden floors that carried the stories of over a century. I was a struggling writer desperate for solitude, and the house, remote and affordable, felt like a miracle. The first few nights were calm, the usual creaks and groans of an old house settling. But on the fourth night, I heard it. Whispers. Very faint, almost like a breeze caught in a crack, but they weren't random. It was a voice, male, deep, repeating my name. I told myself it was just the wind, or maybe the isolation getting to me. But the whispers grew louder each night. By the end of the week, I could hear them echo through the halls, murmuring words I couldn't understand, until I heard it clearly. Get out before she wakes. I started digging through the house's history. It turns out no one ever stayed longer than a few months. Some claimed it was haunted. One previous owner went mad and locked himself in the attic, carving strange symbols into the floorboards until he vanished without a trace. I went up to the attic. It was freezing, even in the summer heat. Dust covered every surface, but the moment I stepped in, the whispers stopped. The silence was deafening. Then I saw the carvings, symbols etched into the wood like claw marks. In the center was a phrase scratched in blood-red ink. She sleeps below. Below. That night, I dreamt of a woman with hollow eyes and a mouth that stretched too wide. She whispered in my ear, "You woke me." I woke up screaming, drenched in sweat, with fresh scratches on my arms. From that point, everything escalated. Objects moved on their own. Doors slammed shut. I'd catch glimpses of a shadowy figure in the corner of mirrors, always standing behind me. I stopped sleeping. I stopped eating. The house was draining me. One evening, I heard footsteps in the basement. I'd never dared go down there before, but something compelled me, like I was being pulled. The door creaked open on its own, revealing steep wooden steps swallowed by darkness. I took a flashlight and descended slowly. The air grew colder with each step, and the whispers returned. Louder now, desperate. They weren't trying to scare me. They were warning me. At the bottom, I found a small stone chamber hidden behind a collapsed wall. Chains hung from the ceiling, and in the corner, an old iron crib. Inside the crib was a doll. Its eyes followed me. As I backed away, I tripped over something buried in the dirt. I started digging with my hands and uncovered a skull, small, like a child's, with the jaw twisted in a silent scream. Suddenly, the flashlight died. The chamber was pitch black, and then I heard breathing. Not mine. Slow, raspy, and close. Then she spoke, right next to my ear. "You're too late." I ran blindly, crawling up the stairs as something clawed at my back. I made it out, slammed the door, and nailed it shut. I fled the house that night. I never went back. But the whispers never stopped. They followed me. They're behind me even now, whispering in the dark,